Good, yeah, good morning. Phew, what a way to start. Good evening, family. Welcome back to Papa Prepper. Tommy here. Hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday. It has been hotter than Hades here today. Like, for real, too hot to be outside. So, we decided we're going to move furniture around today instead. Reorganize, rearrange, and get the house in order. If you know what I'm saying. See who we got in here this evening. Ashley, Joe Morgan, Mames Legacy, Prepper Stedding. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Flow Grown Homesteader. Good to see you. Northwood Cheryl. Good to see you. True American Loretta. Roseanne Jones. Good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. 2A Guy. KY Survival 76. Metal for Breakfast. Good to see y'all in here tonight. Thank you. Carolina Family Preppers, Carrie Lunsford, Raptor Ranch, Five Virgins Preppers, Skid Kid, and he's even got his pants on tonight. That is awesome. We appreciate that, and thank you guys for being here. Klingon Princess, good to see you. If my tunes are a little bit too loud, please just somebody say something, and I will turn her down. East Kentucky, good. Yes, please. Hold your applause for East Kentucky till the end of the show, please. Bob, I never know. Is your last name, is it one, Bissell, or two, Bissell, or is neither one of those right? I'm always afraid to say your last name because it could be many things. But I'm glad to see you, and thank you for being here. Hey, Ashley. Good to see you. Neither. That's what I figured. I'll just call you Bob. It's hot here today. Thought about skinny dipping in the pool, but don't want to scare the neighbors. I feel you, man. It is. Oh, it's hot. You're not that far from me, I don't think. Very hot. CC Collins, good to see you. B&B Home, good to see you. Bissell. Gotcha. Bob Bissell. Bissell. Okay. Now we got that cleared up. I think this is my fourth one of these today. And great news, it appears that every one of my chickens are laying eggs. All at one time they started. How awesome is that? Excuse me. Well, I don't think, actually, I've only got 15 now. I had 13 eggs. So 2 of them didn't lay. And it's awesome. Let's see. Joe Morgan, we finished teaching Loretta how to take care of her tools. She did very well. I wish others listened as well as she does. That is awesome, Joe. And that is awesome, Loretta. Very good. Very nice. We the people prepping. Good to see you, brother. Barbecued without firing up the grill. It's so hot. And that's an absolute fact. Yeah, me, you, KY Survival, Coral Tigger. We're kind of all in that heat wave today. Man, it's rough out there. And it's still hot. I mean, the sun's almost down. It's still hot. I'm going to wait till after this live stream. Then I have to go weed eat and mow because it is so daggone hot. There wasn't about to be any weed eating done today. Don't wet the bed. I just might. They started me on a new sugar medicine, Jardiance. And basically it makes you pee like a horse. I've peed more in the last week than I have in probably the last 3 months. I'm insane. Pinball got strike two and has a new backup to the backup. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I think they just got his number now. I mean, honestly, if I was Pinball, I mean, God honest truth, I like seeing him on YouTube, but I think I'd almost pull the YouTube plug and just go to Rumble because I know everybody would follow him over there. I think that's almost because they've got his number. It's only a matter of time, and you can't hide for too long with another channel, you know. My sister and I are going to be making pickles tomorrow in canning, and that's awesome. I don't know if you was in here last night, 2A, but I showed off my pickles that I canned the other day. First time canning. They come out great. So good luck on them, man. And I've got another round to go, but I'm going to donate them to a friend of ours since I just canned a bunch of them. So this round I'm going to pick and give to our buddies, and then I'll can the next round. Actually, I'm going to try to make some relish and stuff next time, and cucumber salsa. I don't know if you guys have ever heard or had cucumber salsa, but man, it's good. Oh, MD Creekmore got hit. Wow. I did not know that. Hey, Lenny, no, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Heat index here was 103 today. I didn't look at our heat index, like the real feel thing. I know I went over and helped a buddy load up a riding mower earlier today, and I got in my truck and it was 95. Just normal temperature or the regular temperature. I'm not sure what the real feel was. Tamara Reynolds, good to see you. I made a chef salads for dinner tonight instead of cooking anything. Hey, man, it's a good day to have cold food. Absolutely. Hey, Blue Vandal, good to see you. Yeah, he's in timeout again. He's on his backup channel, but Pinball's your cellmate metal. Right on. Dak Galaxy Rapper, good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, he's already been on Rumble for a week. He just got out. I'd really like to start. I've got Rumble. I've got a Rumble account, but unless I upload the same videos to each, I mean, I really don't have time to handle another platform right now. Independent Marine, good to see you, friend. I don't blame Pinball. For everyone they took down, I'd put up 3. Absolutely. Canned 9 pounds of beef today. That's awesome. I'm working my way up. I'm not secure enough in my abilities yet. We done pickles and they came out perfect. So I don't know what my next step will be, but I'm not comfortable enough to try canning meat yet. I picked a bowl of Tommy tomatoes. I've never heard of Tommy tomatoes unless you're messing with me. Ruben D, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. I like that cucumber sauce that they put on gyros. I like it depending on where you get your gyros. We got a place in Seymour called Euro King. It's a little mom and pop's place, but man, he knows how to make some gyros, dude. And that cucumber sauce they have there is really good. But now, like Arby's, yeah, I don't care too much for theirs. I mean, the gyro tastes okay, but that cucumber sauce is almost like ranch dressing. And I'm not a ranch dressing fan. Hey, Karen Miner, good to see you. I thought I seen, there he is, Farmer Son Prepping. Good to see you. Homestead Oss, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Absolutely, KY. Any channel with prepping, survival, or homesteading has a target on their back. That's absolutely right. My strike will be falling off soon, so expect I'll get another one about that time. No, I wasn't here last night. Have you ever tried tomatoes soaked in cider vinegar? Not cider vinegar, but I take the little cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes and slice them in half and slice up um, a big old white onion and a couple cucumbers, and I put them all in just regular white distilled vinegar, and I'll let that set overnight in the fridge. Oh man, one of my favorite summertime foods. It is so good. Anna W, good to see you. Pinball said last time he will sue YouTube for First Amendment infringement. I would say go for it. I don't know because YouTube's controlled by the powers that be, so I don't know how far he'd get, but it's definitely getting ridiculous. All these pizzas are good, Metal, for breakfast. You're absolutely right, and they're cheap, and they'll feed several people cheap. Walked the entire mall probably last time before the old Macy's LS Aird's wing comes down. Yeah, I seen where he's posting about that. That's a shame. I remember I was a little bitty kid. That's the first place I ever sat on Santa Claus's lap was that mall. Pop a can water in your pressure canner to get used to it. That's a thought. Mame's Legacy, good to see you, darling. Thank you for being here. Meat is easy. You need confidence. I'm liking that. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be so standoffish, but I don't know if you guys remember or seen the pictures from Green Thumb's pressure canner. It was a brand new Presto, and he decided he was going to can chicken. The entire canner, pressure canner, blew up. The bottom of it just domed out. Chicken all over his kitchen. I mean, every nook and cranny. Ask him about it if he comes in here. He's cleaning up chicken for like 2 days, finding chicken. It was awful. So I was like, oh no. But we'll do it. It's scary. Hey, Prepping and Pisgah, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, you really can't beat Aldi's. You really can't. I used to think Save-A-Lot was okay, but their meat, not Save-A-Lot's meat. I like Ruler. Is it called Ruler? Ruler's pretty good too. It's kind of like the same thing as Aldi's, but it's Kroger brand food. It's really good, but meat's high everywhere, so not as bad. But yeah, Aldi's is hard to beat. William Kennedy, good to see you. Bowling Green, Ohio here tonight until wife tells me she has to have me do something right now. Yeah, I've been moving furniture, man. I feel you. It was too hot to do anything outside. Nick Stenson, good to see you. I was checking my email right before I went live. I got a few minutes out of that video that you sent me. I have to finish it up after this. YouTube is a private company. Read the small print. Yeah, but very deep pockets, and they're in a lot of people's pockets. So, you can sue. Absolutely. There's nothing stopping him. Here in Australia, people are just canning in pasta jars, etc., because no jars. I bought up 2 years ago, but will be a rebel if I have to. Absolutely. I bought some more jars this morning when our Dollar General here sells canning. Well, not the one right here beside us, but in Brownstown, they sell canning jars. So I used my $5 off 25 coupon, did my own deal this morning, and she didn't even talk about that. I got me another 12 pack of quart jars and two 12 packs of pint jars for right at $25. Take off the, whatever. Can't remember what all that comes down to. But I got me some cannon jars today. I don't know what happened to it, Mames. I have no idea what happened with his pressure canner. I can't remember if it was in a video of his. I think he private messaged me the pictures, I think. But if he shows up tonight, y'all have to ask him about it. It was pretty incredible. Hey, Prepper Book Club, good to see you. Don't forget to go to the White House videos and give them a thumbs down every day. That's awesome. Eat more rabbit, says Five Virgins Prepper. Hold on, I got to scoot back up here. My chat decided to play catch up. Prepper Book Club, I only get meat at Safeway now. We don't have a Safeway. All I can say is anything you think we need to read, please send me. We are going to Plan D overnight. We have skipped Plans B and C. Bless you guys' heart, Homestead Oss. I know y'all are in a bad way right now. Well, I don't know that you guys personally are in a bad way, but I mean, Australia is in a bad way right now. We bought the Instapot canner last month. Still haven't opened it. Man, for real, last week, man, this past week was my first time ever canning. And I really like it. I think it could become a thing. Like my dehydrator that I was sent as a gift. I can't wait to get that bad boy up and going. I haven't tried anything with it yet. I can't decide what I want to try first. Are we discussing choke points, shooting from ish? Yes. We are, Nick. Rearranging the furniture today. Absolutely, brother. I brought several boxes of extra jars last week while they're still available. Absolutely. Now, the quart jars, I could have took the last one, but I left it there because that's how I am. Somebody else might have stuff on the, ready to be canned like today, and they had to have them. So I left them, but they're pint jars in Brownstown. They had a bunch of those. So I bought I've got some pint jars. Mostly all we buy is quarts. But like I said, I wanted to make some like salsas and stuff like that don't really want quart jars of. Have you seen what the NFL is doing to the players if they don't get the El Jabo? A sideline coach was fired for not taking the backs. Absolutely. I've seen that. And but there's almost a little bit of comfort in that. Knowing that nobody's out of reach. You know what I mean? Like, okay, these multi-millionaire, football players, whatever, they're getting hassled just like everybody else. You don't get this, you're out of a job. Which, okay, but at least, they have millions of dollars to fall back on. But I think it's almost, I don't want to say comforting because none of this is comforting, but it's kind of an eye opener to how extreme everything is when somebody like that's not even, out of reach. Hey, roaming prepper, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Dehydrate frozen mixed veg to learn to use your dehydrator. That's a good idea. We got a freezer full of that stuff. Hey, B Charming, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Ashley, I found 23 jars for $5 at a yard sale. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. I found some at a yard sale a few weeks ago and I was going to buy them. Dude wanted, what was it? I mean, it's not like they were the old antique kind or blue, people go crazy over, but it was like, man, I can't even remember what he wanted for them. I think it was like $1.50 a piece, something like. I mean, even if you bought all of them, no deals. It was like, wow, you get them cheaper than that at the store, and it's not like they're not available at the store here. I was just going to pick them up because they were there. Mm-mm. Karen Miner, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I can't remember if I said hi to you yet or not. I like that Carry Nesco little canner. It can do small batches. I can't handle the big pressure canner anymore. I've never seen I've seen a little one, but I don't know if I've seen that brand or not. Get Harvest Guard lids, but first listen to owner's video. Okay. Hey, Jeep Girl, good to see you. So what's the name of the Black National Anthem? I have no idea. I have no idea, B. I just don't can anymore. I used to 20 years ago. I have probably 75 jars still in boxes. Wow. Man, those could be gold someday. Depending on where you're at. I mean, well, I know where you're at, but if those could bring you in some cash, brother. If you found somebody that really needed them. I stopped watching the NFL long time ago. I did too, East Kentucky. Actually, when they started supporting the taking the knee and all that stuff, which that's their right, that is their God given right as as an American. I get it, whatever. I don't tolerate it. I don't, no, nope. I'll just leave it at that. Hey, Stars Prepper, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I shite canned my television service years ago. Yuck. Man, we haven't had like public or whatever television, and man, I couldn't even tell you the last time we had television like that. That video I sent of cover concealment, hope was helpful. Joe, man, I haven't had time. I watched that one about that boomstick you sent me, the sidearm, but I haven't had hardly time to watch anything today, man. I've been pretty busy today. I will get to them, though. Absolutely will get to them. And I appreciate all the videos you do post, man. You find the most helpful stuff that, I mean, I love the old info stuff. It's so educational, straight to the point. It's not edited. I mean, it's edited, but it's not. I don't know. It's just not all glamorized or whatever. It's just to the point, and I really like those old videos. I found 60 used quart jars for $20. 24 of them have rice, and 6 have pasta dry canned in them. That's awesome. That is a good find. We got a 16 by 12 inch industrial first aid kit totally full at a yard sale today for $2. Super fine. That's awesome. Just make sure you kind of check through it. Like if the bandages or anything like that's discolored, or make sure you replace them. But I'm sure you guys know that. Dehydrated 5-gallon buckets is the boss. I must have 35 of them. Wow. That's awesome. Man, if I could afford it, I would have a freeze dryer. Man, those things are incredible. I don't know if any of y'all watch Cog Hill Farms, but they purchased one. I think I can't remember what he said now. I mean, it's high end. It is nice. But man, they're like $3,500 to $4,000 just for a decent one. You're absolutely right, William. I've seen that too, as a matter of fact. Starting to see garage sales in same location posted 2 or 3 weeks in a row, trying to sell stuff they still have since prior week. Drive by them as well. Tells me people need money. Absolutely. They need money, and a lot of folks are just trying to get rid of what they don't need. That's why I'm saying I think a lot more people, just because they don't come out and say it, or they don't watch YouTube, and or they do watch in secret, whatever. I think a lot more people knows what's going on than what we give credit for or what we think. Because I know a lot of people are just and you'll find postings like that too, just getting rid of what we don't need. We're going minimalist. We're going a lot of people are doing that just to get rid of stuff. So, and I think it's like you said, they need money, and B, it's just clutter. It's useless. They don't need it. We're doing the same thing. There's so much stuff that we need to get rid of that we just absolutely do not need. Take millions of dollars and take a knee to the flag. They can kiss my butt. That's where I'm at with it. Absolutely. Like Mames just said, they got a right to kneel to it. I've got a right not to watch it. And that's absolutely right. I'm dehydrating now. I've got days of canning and dehydrating ahead of me. That's awesome. I'm just going to start eating bugs and grass. Let me know how that goes, B. Make sure you get Italian dressing, put it on it, because it's tangy and zingy enough. It kind of overpowers. We've got a lot of folks here in the farmers market, including startup farms and local bakers, who are getting their Texas food license, and selling to the community. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And see, I wanted to do something like that this year with my garden before. Well, y'all know that story. I wanted to set up a produce stand and just, almost give the stuff away, just, a couple dollars here and there, just to help, kind of for my seed pods and, the startup stuff, but I was going to be basically giving it away. And now I'm stressing that I'm not going to have enough to put us, get us enough put up. Yep, hubby is tearing down his workshop, and he said he's done doing stuff, so we'll be yard sale soon. Absolutely. That's what we need to do. I'm bad. I can't ditch NFL. I'm too loyal to the Colts. Nah, that don't mean you're bad. It's just difference of opinions, Coral. I used to I used to bleed blue, man, for the Colts. But not anymore. I would eat a bug before I would eat honey. I'm right there with you, Five. I can't, I can't stand honey. I cannot stand honey. I love the fresh produce stands on the side of the road. Put money in box, get fresh veggies. Yeah, those are everywhere out here, Metal. Absolutely. We've got like between here and town, there's like three, four that I can think of just off the top of my head. And the best sweet corn in the world. The produce is definitely a lot fresher at the farmers markets and roadside stands. The stuff in store is starting to look rough. It is, and it's funny. You can get, say, oh, I don't know, um, say you get two or three tomatoes from the roadside, you get two or three tomatoes from Walmart. Just put them in the fridge or put them on the counter, whatever, and watch how the fresh ones, they start shriveling and getting blacker and the mold, and then these at Walmart are just like perfect. Tell me, I mean, there's no way that's natural, not even close. Be charming. I've never liked honey. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't like it. Honey is bee vomit, and there's that. Welcome back to a guy. Eggs are infertile baby chicks, absolutely. And I love chicken liver and gizzards. That's chicken guts. I just don't like honey. Our produce at Kroger's is frozen, just awful. Mm. Store bought fruit, especially bananas, are getting weird here. I haven't noticed. I mean, I don't know. It's just odd to me how I haven't noticed really fruits or bananas. I mean, besides, the obvious, but the vegetables is, man, it's just some weird stuff going on. Papa Prepper, I'm the same way with coleslaw. I call it cold slop. Yuck, smells like something came out of a sick old woman. Now, see, I like coleslaw. Depending where it's from, I make homemade coleslaw. It's actually keto coleslaw, and I love it. But like to actually just go out and eat coleslaw somewhere, I don't know. I'm picky about coleslaw. I don't like peas or beans. Don't like beans. Wow. I love beans and peas. Five, you don't do eggs either? The foam and yeast is bacteria farts. There's that. Sam's Club and Aldi's has had excellent produce lately. Walmart's been rotten, literally. Yeah, it's looking rough. I haven't noticed the fruit being bad though, but the select, well, I can't say Walmart because I haven't really bought food at Walmart in a while. But like JC here, which is Kroger, um, the girl like Kylene will buy a pound of strawberries, and if you don't eat all of them in like 2 days, they're molding. And it's great. They got them on sale, and not, but you have to eat everything like so quick, or it's molded. You got to throw it away. Laura Cooper, good to see you. Thank you for being here. My pineapple plants are blooming. Need to get a banana tree. That's awesome. I've tried growing a pineapple. Where they say you just cut the top off and all that, and I've never got it to work. I like chicken liver and gizzards too, but only as catfish bait. Yeah. I bought a Coleman oven for the stoves and baked a batch of biscuits. That's awesome. Awesome. Yep. Aldi's is a good place for vegetables. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, Joe. I'm with you, brother. I cannot stand Miracle Whip. I hate when somebody asks, you want mayonnaise on that? Yeah, I'll take some mayo. And you bite into it, and it is Miracle Whip. It's like I want to slap them with the sandwich. Hey, Mrs. Papa Prepper, good to see you. Good looking. Hey, the Bubba News, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. You guys want a very good news source, the Bubba News. He is not too far from me. He's a little farther north, but very good news source. I appreciate you being here, man. Carrie Berry, good to see you. I walk in and hear bacteria farts. Yeah, it's one of them nights. Oof. Hey, Morgan, we agree on a lot of things, but I'm glad to know we both hate Miracle Whip. Well, time's approaching for picking berries. Ciao, everyone. Bravo 6 out. All right, Nick. Yeah, Nick he's up to his elbows in some berries. God bless you, man, you and yours, and be safe out there, brother. James, the Southern Prepper, good to see you. Duke's Mayo's the real deal. Absolutely. I love Duke's Mayo. Absolutely, Coral. Bubba's News is where it's at. He's good. Just a second. I got a review real quick. That's what I thought. I haven't had time to even research into it or look into it. Five about the all the vaxxed folks. I apologize, man. I've been busy. I have not had time. Just trying to catch up, guys. Give me just a second here. Well, I can't taste the honey in that mayo flow ground. Ugh, skid kid. No. That's another thing I can't stand is hot tuna. Ugh. Mm-mm. I cannot stand to even smell hot tuna. Oh gosh. Mm-mm. And if I can't get Duke's mayo, I like Hellman's. Hellman's is like a close second. Yeah, you do that, Joe. Oh, I don't. I mean, I like tuna salad. Don't get me wrong. Like ice cold tuna salad sandwich. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But like tuna melts and tuna helper and absolutely be charming. Best Foods mayo. Honestly, what we usually end up with is the whatever Kroger brand of mayo is, usually whatever's on sale. But, the absolute favorite's the expensive stuff. Yeah, nope, no tuna casserole either. Cheese whiz tuna flavor. Oh, that's got to be a lie. Ugh, I couldn't even imagine. So if Subway's tuna wasn't tuna, what was it? I have no idea, Five. Absolutely no idea. I never, I mean, I had before, but I didn't like their tuna salad. So I haven't ate it in a long time. And then that came out. I was like, well, that's the reason I didn't like it. Been noticing our local Kroger is getting busy. More and more people are realizing what's coming again soon. Absolutely, the Bubba News. We've been covering that a lot on here. And actually, if you don't mind me asking, what's your prediction, man? When do you think we're looking at the next lockdown? I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. My guess is no later than like the second week of September. And some people think a lot earlier with the kids going back to school. Hey, Tiger 454. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Spray cheese is dope. September 6th is going to be a very important day, I believe. Right on. Subway tuna is spare pieces of cod made to taste like tuna. Yeah, we the people. That's what we was talking about kind of last night was or not last night, Thursday night. Well, yeah, you was here about not that we necessarily comply and lock down, but everything that's going to be closed. That you're just not going to be able to go out and get. Been gotta better getting all that stuff in a row, which I know you are. I mean, I taught the woman who watches over wife how to make salmon cakes. Now she's been on a salmon cake binge. Ugh, I can't do salmon either, man. No, 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 no. I take that back. I like salmon. I don't like mackerel. I cannot stand mackerel. Ugh. Hey, James Davis. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it, man. They're starting mask mandates up again Monday here. Mm-mm. Why we prep so we don't have to run out and buy stuff. Absolutely. Big German prepared. Good to see you. There's something coming soon worldwide that's going to be life changing very soon. Just my feelings and everything that I see. I would not disagree with that statement at all. Hey, Carpenter Self Reliance. Good to see you. You haven't missed much. It's just some general conversation. Um, we can plan to have shortages, sure, but best defense is to make sure they never bother us or take our rights away. Fight for your rights. You're absolutely right, Joe. Kim's Farm Life. Hello, everyone from down on the farm. Prepper clubbing tonight. Well, good to see you, Kim's Farm Life. Yeah, I seen that was coming. They're trying to push it again in Louisiana. I seen that. Can't stress enough to get meat and other frozen items while it's still semi affordable and available. Get canning supplies while they're available. Absolutely, in my honest opinion. Yeah, we was just talking about that too, the canning stuff. Absolutely. Doesn't the Bible state that everything will change in about the span of an hour? Yes. I mean, that's clearly paraphrasing, but yes. People will not be happy again if they try to lock us down. Oh, absolutely not. And I mean, we all know what that could turn into real quick. I have enough land and projects that if there is a lockdown, I can stay busy. I need a 16-year-old, excuse me. Absolutely, man. I I I feel you. Nothing wrong with honey, just something wrong with Papa Prepper. Yeah, it's just my opinion. I can't do honey. I mean, if I had to, like if it was medicinal needs, yeah, but mm-mm. Husband didn't listen and tried to down a tree on his own. Took out electric wires instead. Our lost family member by tree. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kim's Farm Life. That's what it is here too, Carrie. Jars everywhere, but no lids. Absolutely no lids. Honestly, I'm lucky. Mandy bought me several cans of lids earlier this year, actually back in the winter. Uh, so luckily, I'm sitting on a decent supply of lids, but nothing to brag about. But yeah, absolutely. Um, for Kim's Farm Life, everybody kind of keep her in your prayers if you would. That's awful. Everyone should have a jar of honey, even if you don't ingest it. It's great for medicinal purposes. Absolutely, be. The mark of the beast is still to come. Absolutely, we the people. Have you seen the protests in Australia over lockdowns? Yeah, it's getting heated, man. Bad. And it's everywhere. I mean, Paris, everywhere is, it's going to be bad. I mean, worse. It's been bad for a while. Is it just me, but I'm not touching my preps until the stores are closed or can't afford anything? Absolutely, James. There's, excuse me, there's some stuff, we have to rotate out just because of dates and things, but yeah, absolutely. Praising the government for reopening the country is like thanking your abuser when they stop beating you, right? Very well said. Papa Prepper, I'm just waiting for my governor to step in and give the order. Yep. Saw that today and liked the quote on Twitter. Yeah, I like it too. Very well said. Psst, Papa Prepper, I don't like straight honey either. Thank you, Mames. Never thought I would be ready for the end, but it may be better than what's coming. I won't disagree with that. Don't won't disagree with that either. Out of all my prepping and practicing prepping, I have found that canned goods are the best option. Yes, have your seeds and supply, but 2 years of canned goods can be the way. Absolutely. I have 50 pounds of honey. Wow. Good evening, Grammy's house. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Unfortunately, we have been anti prepping before we move. It'll be expensive to restock after we get settled in. I hear that. It is going to be expensive, man. Carrie Lunsford, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I can't remember if I said hi to you or not. Let's see. Papa just it was too long for YouTube. Let me check it out. Papa Prepper and All in Chat, have you noticed how they're using the word science to try to silence anyone who hits against the narrative? They're removing free speech using the reason science. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Been a nurse for 40 years. We healed many a bad farm injury with raw honey applied to the wound. Mark Miller, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Says, have you been seeing more? Sorry about that, guys. More military aircraft. I've been seeing a lot more in Evansville. Actually, we was talking about that a couple of days ago, um, which I have Camp Atterbury. It's about, I'd say, 40 miles from me, probably close to it. And it's northeast of me. So sometimes we'll see stuff going over that's just heading up there. But I can't remember what day it was. It was one day this week. Um, we saw, I think it was five or six of the big, like Apache style helicopters flying over in formation. And one of our other viewers, he's down. We got Fort Knox between us. And he said he saw two going over his house, the same general direction. So I'm wondering if they stopped at Fort Knox and picked up more and was heading to Camp Atterbury. But as far just, I mean, from aside from that, I haven't seen a lot here. But I know a lot of folks are reporting that they've been noticing picking up a lot. Give me just a second, y'all. Military guy whose military buddies told him that something is going down and to go out right now and get your last minute supplies. Did you see military guy whose military buddies? I did not see it. If you could find a link to it, Coral, and send it to me on Discord, I'd appreciate it. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Been reading End Times Chronological Order by Ron Rhodes. Great book. I'll have to check into that. I've been doing a lot of chronological order stuff too. Um, trying. And it's kind of odd because everything I find is different, which if it's in chronological order, none of it. I mean, it should all coincide with each other, but it don't. So it's hard to, I don't want to be reading the wrong thing. We've been hearing and seeing a lot of military aircraft maneuvers in our area. Now, I know he's not far from us either. We, the people, not too far at all. Kim's reading the end time. Okay, I read that one. Sorry, it's jumping around on me. I'm prepared for 3.5 trib, pre-trib here, but things could get really, really, really bad before that comes. Absolutely. Son got back from deployment finally. Can't wait to see him. That's awesome, Kim. Glad to hear that. It was a video from the colonel. Pinball reported it as well as Michael, Jaco, and Paul, and I haven't watched anything. I'll be straight up honest with you. I haven't had time to watch anything. The guy said to make sure your house is in order. Hate the overlapping of good chats, but Ghost is going live with Pinball at 8, and I want to hear what they're going to talk about. I'm prepped. Now I need to move forward, like learning the... Okay, gotcha. Hey, Zane, good to see you. Thank you for being here. But, well, be charming if you're dipping out. Thank you for being here. God bless you and yours, and be safe out there. I totally understand wanting to get in as much as you can. Some military people's YouTube stating military officers being told to get affairs in order. Interesting. How do you think the government will make preppers use their preps before true SHTF? If that was to be, if that's what they're trying to do, is make us use everything before, I mean, obviously, probably the Vax card type deal, where you can't shop, you can't have no kind of transactions. Obviously, we're going to have to rely on something if that happens. But that would be a way I'd see of them absolutely forcing their hand and making us use our preps. My uncle is colonel in the Air Force. He's heard nada. My late husband worked at the electric boat sub base, and I still talk to some of the guys there. Nothing happening with subs. Thank you, Zane. I appreciate that. My niece's husband gets back in a week from training. He's a Marine. I will get some intel and let you know what is going on for sure. He's in higher up officer. He's in 405, I believe, so they'll tell him. All right, 2A guy. Thank you. All right, B. All right, Cora, I will check it out. Thank you. All right, Bob. Thank you for being here. God bless you and yours. And be safe out there. Watching the next moon time frame possible August 5th to 6th. Let's see. I'm trying to play catch up here. If they're going to try to get us to use our preps before shift happens, then they're going to use mandated ration cards. If you take a ration card, your house will be searched for food. That is a good theory, or good idea, however you want to say it. What God gave me is mine. No man can have them. I think guard will come take guns and foods, planning to hide some somewhere. If we are having to lay down and use our supplies we have lost, we cannot follow them to restrict our movement, and Soviets did that. Absolutely, Joe. Well, I'm in jail and can't live stream even on my backup channel. I can't even say it. The decompression chamber is still playing behind me. Must have music. I feel you, metal. There's days that I cannot function without music. Absolutely feel you. Hey Tammy, good to see you. What's predicted on the new moon this time? I have no idea. I don't know if that's helpful, but they can search, but no, I can't say that. But I feel you, Big German. But yeah, we absolutely cannot just roll over and let them do it. Can't happen, guys. It absolutely cannot happen. If they come and try and make us do anything, we have already lost. We have to at least make a stand and not back down from this. In France, they are losing their rights to vote. Have I said it yet? The cities are doomed? Absolutely. I'm in the middle of a flock of sheep, but I'll back the resistance when it comes. Amen. I mean, you know, we're preppers, and we're gonna be okay. But say you were forced out of your home, or whatever. So you got all these preps. I mean, do you really want to live out your days hiding somewhere in a cave, or would you rather live out your days right where you're at home, because we've had enough and we need to stand up and take what is ours, or keep what is ours. And I'm not saying that I have the perfect thought out, pinned down plan for this. I'd rather stay at home. Speaking of music, have you heard Toby Keith's new song, Happy Birthday America? I have not, to I'll have to check it out, though. Big problems coming with the eviction moratorium. Runs out in a week or so. There could be 14 to 18 million people evicted in the next few months. Absolutely. We grow ethanol and feed corn. If people steal it, it will not take good or taste good. Will not die on my knees. Absolutely, Big German. Or absolutely not, I should say. I don't have a choice but to stay at home. And that's the way it is for a lot of folks. That's what I'm saying. You know, if as many people would put in the work as being ready to bug out, if they put that much effort and time and work into, everybody coming together and trying to, take back this country, you never know what could happen. I mean, but I feel you, Karen. We're staying right here. If there's anything you want to get it done on your bucket list, get it done now. They shut down my business page on all social media already. My pursuit of happiness was stolen. I ain't really got much left to lose at this point. Hey, I know you got a brand new baby boy. Evicted in the next few weeks, not months. My office is already getting files from the banks and landlords. Mm-mm-mm. Boy, they just can't wait, can they? They can take my preps, but I have to wash my blood off of them first. I feel you. When other people go hungry, their minds will change. The creator, whose name we don't speak, got one thing right. The angry were given enough to buy a gun as they were evicted. Got one. Okay, it took me a minute to figure out. I was reading it all wrong. When other people go hungry, their minds will change. That creator, whose name we don't speak, got one thing right. The angry were given enough to buy guns as they were evicted. Absolutely. This is why I'm canning everything I can out of the freezer. They can't take home pressure canned goods. That is true as well. Not saying they won't destroy them just to be, you know, but yeah, they can't take them. They can't distribute them. I'll put it that way. She's absolutely right. The numbers on homeless here is slowly going up. Um, and that's only going to get worse as well. I mean, it's going to be everywhere. Kim's Farm Life, all lots of blinds all over the woods here. Been working on them for years. That's awesome. Hey, Homestead homeboy, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. I'll be praying. I'll leave praying to those who do that stuff. I'll continue with my plans for, some of the stuff I can't read aloud. You know that, right? If you have land, there'll be squatters. That's absolutely right, Five. And I mean, I understand everybody's going to have somewhere to go. I get that. But you got to realize, you start letting people squat, and I'm not saying that's what you meant, Five, but if you was to let people start squatting on your land, all that's going to do is deplete your resources very quickly. I mean, I could see myself giving them a choice to, you know, you can stay if you earn your keep, make your way, put in work. But if they think they're just going to squat and over here in the little, West 40 of your land, and mm-mm, that's no good. Go squat on the train tracks. You guys all get positions of power after I'm supreme leader. They were looking for bodies during Katrina. It was more of a rescue than so anything in their way got trashed. But any type of martial law, they can take home pressure canned stuff. They can't take home pressure canned stuff. The only people squatting here share my DNA or last name. Absolutely. Squatters equal pet food. I like that. Northwoods, I'm looking for Adobe. Man, you don't see Doberman pinchers much anymore. Used to be, man, they were everywhere. It's like now that's like pit bulls now, Pit bulls, you see them everywhere. But yeah, Dobermans, man, those used to be the sought after security dogs, and you never see them around here anymore, ever. I found a Rottweiler while looking for a German Shepherd. Good find. I've been on the waiting list for Doberman Rescue. I got two from them before. There are no dogs in my area. Yeah, Dobermans, man, they're the sought after security system when it comes to dogs. I've got a 95-pound pitty. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm interested in this um, about the get your affairs in order, your house in order, and um, I'm gonna have to dig into that after this and see what I can find, and um, because that's not a very big time frame. Some squatters are going to be very prepped and heavily armed. That's true too. Um, very true. Honestly, if they're willing to just squat wherever, and not be worried about being found or seen, or yeah, they're probably very prepped. We'll just leave it at that. Half a dozen ankle biters can do more than you think for security. Oh, that's absolutely correct. Absolutely. What are you guys talking about? Come on now. I have an excellent watchdog. It's a Shih Tzu. It watches every bite of food I take. I feel you on that. RSD dog. He's a Shih Tzu, and he does the same thing. It don't matter what you're eating. We should be worried when the predators like the bacon, lettuce, mayo, hint, hint, have no natural fear. Get to canning meats. I found, hey, Sally Mancox, good to see you. Papa Prepper, get to canning meats. I found a way to can ribeye steaks that are so tender they melt in your mouth. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll get to it. It's just actually I need to get to it very soon. Uh, gotcha. Gotcha. People with no guns that have no lube basically have no guns. People with guns that have no. Okay, gotcha. Oh my. I have a pit coon hound. That is excellent. Bonita Adobe. A pit coon hound. Man, that's a pretty awesome combination. Get the size and the what am I looking for here? Size and everything of the pit, and then the body, running and treeing and everything of the coon hound. Man, that could be a pretty badass dog. Pardon the expression. Watch Sutton's Days. She does a good job walking you through the canning process. Thank you, Karen. Sutton's Days. That sounds familiar. I think I've watched her. Maybe. That's where I'm at too, Flow Grown. I've got all kinds of deer meat and everything in the freezer that I could be canning. I gotta psych myself up and just do it. All right, thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. Ridgeback pit here. I don't know if I've ever seen or heard of a ridgeback pit. I'll have to look one of those up. I know there's several types of pits. My go-to guard dog would be a plot hound. A plot hound. If they're ballsy enough to go after a grizzly bear, then that's what I want for protection and home defense in a dog. I've never heard of a plot hound. Rhodesian Ridgeback crossed with a pit bull. Oh, okay. Yes, true American Loretta, I did. It slipped. I mean, it's an impressive dog. Right. Homestead homeboy, don't forget water, water, water. That's another thing that's going to be very hard to get a hold of. Absolutely, especially out west. Papa, just don't remove the lid till pressure button is down and wait a half hour more. I have Bull Mastiff, two Blue Heelers, King Edward Spaniel, aka Cujo, and a Mini Dobie. That's awesome. Some friends of, well, used to be friends of ours. They always had Bull Mastiffs. Those things are awesome. I hear you can train trash pandas to attack on command. Really, I did not know that. That could be awesome. She's smart. She really didn't need much help. I will help dozens every day and more through email and making sure of good outcomes. It's absolutely right, Mr. Morgan. Very, very good man. I can't say that enough. Rotated water today, but need more. Have large water heater that can be emptied if needed. Absolutely. A lot of people don't think about their water heaters, but that's a lot of water. Absolutely correct. Absolutely prepping in Pisgah. Says also those in chat, don't forget to take care of your dogs. Tractor Supply has airtight storage containers for dog food. Throw in a couple Desitin packs and you're good to go. Absolutely. I was talking about that the other night that a lot of people don't, because I mean, think about it now. You're on your way home, you're halfway, like, I forgot to stop and get dog food. It's an easy thing to forget. Um, but I would definitely be next time, well, I shouldn't say next time because I don't know how often you buy, but I definitely make sure you're a couple bags ahead or a couple cases, if you do cans or boxes, if you do moist packets, whatever. Definitely make sure you got plenty for your pets. And if you have a well, get it tested. Absolutely, five. Absolutely. Oh, and here I've been shooting the trash pandas for trying to kill my chickens. Well, and there's that. I'd rather have the chickens. We have 150-pound and 115-pound Rottweilers. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, bull mastiffs, they don't live very long. That's the bad thing about really big dogs. I'd love to have an Irish wolfhound. Oh, I'd love to have them. But it's just, they just don't live very long. Trash pandas make a nice stew in SHTF. That is true. They sure would. My old friend had three Manx cats. Holy kitty cat. Hardcore guard cats. I'd imagine. I know I've seen those. I can't remember exactly what they look like, but I know they got some size to them. All we got is our tank. And you know what he is. He's about a 75-pound American bulldog, big ball of goofiness. I mean, he's a good guard dog. I don't know how actually he'd be like, as in attacking somebody. I don't know. Um, but as far as he hears anything outside out of the normal, it don't matter if it's noon or 3 o'clock in the morning, he's on it. So he does. We do have that going for us. Trash pandas make good eating. I've never had a coon. I've never tried it. I know a lot of people eat coon, but I've never tried it. I have killer armadillos. Haha. Right. Also keep something in the vehicle for a dog bug out. Yep. Tank don't get to go with us too often. I mean, obviously, if we had to get out, he's gonna go with us. But you said you take your dog with you a lot, and like when we take RSD, she has her little dog Latte, and he's actually licensed as her service dog, emotional support, and for her seizures. But he goes everywhere with us, and we always take water in a bowl. And actually, she takes not this big, but she takes one of these insulated cups and fills it with ice water, and everywhere for him. And he has snacks in my car. Actually, in the glove box, he has food. I want a Chessie. They're good yard dogs and good hunting dog. Um, I think I know what those look like too. I don't know a lot. I mean, I know a lot of dogs, but not. I don't know a lot of dogs. Trash Panda's hide used to bring money, plus other parts did too, right? We have killer field mice here. I have an attack corgi. Papa puppies need practice too. Dress up and go after Mrs. Papa. See what happens. Uh-uh. No, I know what you mean, man. Hey, Hutch, good to see you, man. I had a Siberian Husky, but they're not a real dog. Yeah, they sure are pretty, though. Yeah, the dry is a bag dog food. Yeah, it's 6 months. Which, I mean, Tank goes through it pretty fast. So, I mean, definitely we could stock up. I'd say at least 3 to 4 50-pound bags. We usually keep about 100 pounds on hand, but uh, we do keep we have several cans too for him and the cat. So it's kind of half and half, I'd say. Hey Hutch, good to see you. Great video. You have my vote for Supreme Leader. Uh oh, I haven't seen Hutch's new video yet. I have canned dog food in pantry. He will get leftover venison. I'm obviously restricted again, buffering, freezing continually. Man, I'm sorry, Nick. We go through 40 pounds every 6 weeks. 40, that's that's about a month for us, something like that. Yeah, guys, I apologize. We've been having a lot of buffering and freezing, and I do apologize. Green beans are also a good filler for dogs. James Davis, hey Papa, you seeing me? Yes, sir. Did I miss something up here somewhere? I'm not seeing anything else. Let's see. No, I know I was talking to you earlier. Where'd it go? £50 a week here. My gosh. I wonder if freezing dry dog food will make it last longer. I don't know, man. That's a pretty good question. It's a very good question. My okay, let's see. Do you have to put your chickens to bed every night? Get ready to shut the chicken coop door myself. Nope, ours stays in the coop most of the day. Not most of the day, all day. Um, we just got so many coyotes and cats and stuff here. I want them to free range, but I'm afraid I'll end up losing them and have to start all over again. And which I plan on next month adding some more chickens and trying to find me a rooster somewhere. But but I just can't bring myself to let ours free roam. I want to so bad, but man, there's just so many coyotes and cats here. I came out the other morning and somehow a cat got in my chicken coop, which the chickens were fine. He looked like he had been through some battles. His face and nose was all cut open, his ear was tore up. So I'm guessing the chickens did it to him, but he couldn't wait to get out of there fast enough once I found him. My big pity slammed the front door shut on me when I opened the door at 11 p.m. Did not know it was me, scared me half to death. Oh, I'd imagine. I can all kinds of stuff like chicken skin, etc. for dog food additives. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I hadn't thought about that because see, we make roasts and stuff like that. I always trim all the fat off and everything. That'd be awesome for dog food. 4 big dogs eat as much as teenagers. Absolutely. I also vacuum sealed some dry cat food. I wonder if that makes a difference. It seems to me they would almost have to, Grammy. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna look into that and see what I can find out about preserving dog and cat food longer. Sally Mancock's Joe is everywhere. He is absolutely everywhere. Is that normal for a dog to do? I mean, if they didn't realize that it was you coming in, um, now let me read it again. My big pity slammed the front door shut on me when I opened the door at 11 p.m. Did not know it was me. Scared me half to death. So the dog was trying to stop you from coming in the house? I mean, that's, I don't know if it's normal, but that's pretty awesome. I don't free range yet, but have protected run. Yeah, they go to roost on their own. I mean, I don't have to, they've got a run that goes around the garage. like the side of the garage. But I mean, they go to roost all by themselves. Walmart will give you their outdated meat that are really good filler for dog food. I did not know that. When bugging out, dogs barking would be a liability. That's absolutely true. There's too much fat in dry cat and dog food. That's what makes it go bad. Right on. Yeah, man. If he was trying to stop you from getting in the house, that's pretty awesome. I don't. That's the first time I've heard of a dog doing that. Really. I mean, I definitely from now on, I think I'd talk to him or talk through the door or something, so he don't get a hold of you on accident. But I mean, I think that's pretty awesome. I don't know about giving dogs fat. I had a Dalmatian who got fat skin from a Thanksgiving turkey, and he puked and puked. Vet said no, no. Well, there is that. I don't know. Yeah, I would. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. I would not punish the dog um for fighting for the house. I would absolutely not punish him. No way. I now keep lights on. That's awesome. Absolutely, man. Supposedly, I can dehydrate my rabbit ears, but I hadn't tried it for dog food. That's a thought. I wouldn't see why not. It'd be like all that cartilage and stuff. It'd be basically like a rawhide, like a chew toy or a chewy. My dogs will let the bad guy in, and once inside, they'd sick him. They're snaky. Yeah, that's what I definitely do, Metal. Just try talking to him before you go through the door, or whistle, or get something that he's used to, so he knows it's you. Definitely he thinks and he is doing a good thing, but you don't want him to get a hold of you either, James. That would be awful. Amen, Sally Mancox. I'm poor, so I deal with what I have. Absolutely. I know you was talking to Joe, but absolutely. And that's a very good thought, Sally. Somebody being in the house already and the dog was trying to keep you out, keep him safe. Absolutely. Yeah, that would definitely, you know, I would just go with it, James. Just train him on it, man, because that's an awesome thing, I think. Well, dogs should never go after people it's supposed to protect. Oh, absolutely not. But he kind of snuck in on the dog. The dog wasn't aware that it was him coming in, and he was trying to He was pushing against the door to try to keep him from opening the door to get in. So I would definitely just train him on it. Use what you got is key and learn to live without gear or gadgets in case. Right? I might try that. And if I ain't here one night because, I'm in the hospital or something, you'll know that Tank protected his mother. Yeah, I might do that one night. Just come in and go after her and see what he does. Startle your own dog in the dark and they might bite before they know it's you. Big German does have a good point. Dogs have great smell. They know who it is before the first bite. There's a lot of different circumstances that could play into that, I guess. But as for me personally, I'd go with it. I would train him on it. Yeah. Change your cologne when you practice. That's a good one. That was a game my ex and I used to play with our Dalmatian. We'd switch back and forth pretending to be aggressive with the other. He was always protective of the victim. Hey, Papa, before you do that, put on a bite suit, please. Your dog might surprise you. Well, I ain't got a bite suit, and I don't intend on buying one. So we might have to come up with something else. Wrap something around my arms or my legs and whatever. My son's pit has always became my dog. Has slowly became my dog, and now is constantly at my side, especially now that I have been sick. Dogs are funny about that. They definitely pick their owners. I mean, we go out and adopt dogs, or we find them, whatever, and bring them home. And if they don't like you, I mean, they pick their owner. Same as a cat, they'll pick their owner. Oh, we roughhouse a lot. Me and Tank wrestle. Oh, of course. I mean, absolutely. I'd let her know. Absolutely. If I did that and she didn't know, I'd probably get shot. Wouldn't have to worry about the dog. Yep, I feel you, Big German. I've had a dog as long as I can remember, and I'll have a dog till the day I die. Man's got to have a dog. Boy's got to have a dog. Dog's your best friend. So back to this inevitable lockdown 2.0, whatever you want to call it. Um, Bubba News, he was in here and he said, September 6th, he thought was a big date. And I've kind of been saying, first, second week of September, that's my bet, I guess you'd say. Some people think it'll be right after school starts. Um, really, when it comes down to it, it don't matter what time or when or who's right or who's wrong. Just make sure that you're sitting where you need to be. Like I said, just because you're locked down, I know, you know, we don't stay in the house. We still go do what we want. But they're going to hit us hard with everything being closed this time. Like, I think they're really, really going to crack down on what they actually allow to stay open this time. Because you guys know there's a lot of things that was deemed essential last time that really, truly was not. Um, but I think a lot of that stuff will be. I think it could possibly be like I said the other night. Um, one grocery store per town, one drugstore per town. And that of course will be the big name stores. It won't be mom and pop's places. Those will be cut, and those will probably be a thing of the past. If they do this to them again, there's not going to be a coming back. There won't be another chance. Um, so definitely get out and get what you need to get to make yourself as comfortable on your preps as you can, um, or as close to what you can afford to do. Absolutely don't go charging up credit cards. Don't go, spending your last dime on, just because we as creators or, we as news people say, hey, it's coming, do this. Y'all, y'all got common sense. You know what you need. You know what you need more of. You don't, um, but I definitely by the end of August would be sitting in a good place if you can be. Uh, I can't express that enough. And like we was talking about, don't forget your pets. They got to have food too and water. Um, I've got a small rainwater catchment set up. That's what waters the chickens. Thank God we've got a well that's completely drinkable. Um, so we're sitting good on that for right now. I know a lot of people aren't that fortunate. Um, but just, you know, try like you've never tried before because I firmly believe if they lock us down again, that'll just be the kickoff to a lot worse things. I'm tired. I told the Father to give me patience of just bring it on. I'm tired of waiting. I think that's where a lot of us are at, Five. Absolutely. Papa Prepper, the fact the day isn't important to being ready to strike is, and we will either unite and fight or hang separate. You're absolutely right, Joe. Why are they trying to lock down again? Supposedly everything's back on the rise. All the numbers are going up. These new strands, new variants, whatever. I don't have a logical reason, James. I really don't, man. We only have one drugstore to start with, and they close at 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday, they close at 2. And seeing that circumstance, and I mean, they'd have to leave you guys something open. You know what I mean? I think this is lockdown 3.0. Well, for us here, I mean, yeah, it has varied from state to state. I'm sorry about that. You're right, Sally. For us, it'll be 2.0. But that's our question, James. Is we don't have to let it happen. I mean, absolutely, we don't have to let it happen. And I can almost guarantee you 95%, possibly 100, we're not going to stay at home. Absolutely not. We're not going to be confined. We're not going to be locked down. But the thing is all these businesses and everything that a lot of people depend on, you know, they're not going to have a choice. I mean, it'll be, they already last time taking people to jail because they refused to close. Um, and just economically, if they get this going and they lock down again, you can almost bet there'll be no such thing as a mom and pops anymore. It'll be gone. The ones that are here now got by barely from the last one. Store shelves already getting skinny, locked down or not, it's getting bad anyway. And that's absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. Just remember one thing, it is the governors of each state who decide the lockdown. And that's true too. Like Texas, Florida, you know, uh, where else? Those are the two main ones that's really fighting right now. Um, and they can fight to not lock down. But if it becomes a federal thing, you know, they can force it. Um, and Big German, that's absolutely right. I have noticed the COVID in the red states is what's on the rise. A lot of it. And that's absolutely not right. Um, and that's what it all comes down to a it's all about control. We do too, Karen. We always try to do mom and pops if it's possible. It's we've always been that way. You're wrong. Mom and pops will be the only thing to go to in SHTF for a minute. I'm talking about, because I don't think if we lock down again, that won't be SHTF. Um, it'll lead to it, but they can't possibly afford to stay open, and they'll be the first that are forced, like forced, hardcore forced to shut down. Now, what they do under the table or behind the scenes, you know, could be. And then they're going to get raided and everything by the homeless, the hungry. It's oh, is it that time? All right, guys. I didn't notice it was already 9 o'clock. I always try to get out of here so y'all can get over to the nation. But love you, cuz. Been 3 minutes. Okay. All right, man. Thank you for being here. God bless you and yours, and be safe. Lockdown so they can gauge who complies. Absolutely. The government was a typo, but it fits Holcomb, right? Our idiot in charge has been very quiet here lately. He might be to the stages of forgetting how to speak. Oh, I shouldn't have went there. It's not funny, but I mean, they've made a joke out of that man because he's clearly not stable. He's not. I mean, anyway, I won't get into that, but um, you guys, it is 9 o'clock. I will get off here so y'all can get over to the nation. See you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Prep Your Soul. Thank you to everybody that's been here tonight. God bless y'all, and I love each and every one of you guys. Until tomorrow night, I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Papa Prepper out.